Jaehyun bows humbly before Donggin's group, hoping for their assistance. They remain silent for a moment, exchanging glances among themselves. Still in his bowing position, Jaehyun acknowledges that his chances are slim. Donggin considers his words before shifting the conversation, inquiring whether Jaehyun's family members are inside the apartment complex. Jaehyun responds cautiously, unable to guarantee anything. Byongo suddenly voices his willingness to help, prompting the group to turn their attention to him. Realizing the weight of his words, he reframes his statement into a request, urging the others to assist as well. After a brief pause, Donggin agrees, reasoning that Jaehyun's actions have allowed them to survive up to this point. Turning to Jaehyun, he assures him of their support and asks him to explain what needs to be done. Relief washes over Jaehyun as he expresses his gratitude. He outlines the situation, explaining that the orcs at Jeonpo Station have already been dealt with. Their task now is to follow the subway tracks to Siamayan Station. He further clarifies that Jigaoki Station is the closest to his home and suggests taking exit 2. Once outside, he'll provide more detailed directions. Acknowledging the enormity of the request, he reassures them that he is not expecting everything to be done at once. For now, the priority is securing Siamayan Station. Donggin gives a firm nod, signaling his understanding. Jaehyun thanks them once more, bowing before advising them to rest for the day and prepare to begin the operation in the morning. Yeonju speaks up, drawing everyone's attention. She hesitates for a moment before questioning whether Jaehyun can use his ability to bring his family over. A tense silence follows as Jaehyun remains still, knowing he has already attempted it. A system reward once promised teleportation of a target, which had fueled his excitement over Byongo's awakened ability. He had believed that if used properly, it could allow him to relocate his family instantly. However, the system deemed the quest reward impossible, leading to a complete failure. Jaehyun had suspected that Byongo's grandmother might be outside his sphere of influence. If that were truly the case, then his parents, too, would be beyond his reach should they perish. He finally breaks the silence, admitting that he cannot do everything. There are limitations to his power, things within his control and things beyond it. However, he reassures Yeonju not to dwell on it, reminding her that the promise he made to her is one he intends to keep. At that moment, the system notifies him that Yeonju's trust level has increased. A small smile forms on her lips as she thanks him for his honesty. He reciprocates, expressing his appreciation for their trust. With that, he encourages everyone to get some rest. One by one, they take their leave, preparing for what lies ahead. At that moment, Jaehyun receives a
If you came this far, please like, comment, and subscribe the channel for watching more video.
notification from the system, informing him that an unauthorized entity is attempting to enter. The system also alerts him that an entity meeting the conditions for citizenship has approached the house and asks if he would like to grant citizenship. As soon as he sees the message, his eyes change, and he gives his consent. Immediately after, the system confirms that Seo Yejin has accepted the offer. Her current level is 31, and her trust level is still at 0. Her awakened ability is identified as Queen of Mice, but both her experience distribution rate and settlement fund distribution rate are at 0%. Jaehyun realizes that she is an awakened one. A rat suddenly lets out a sharp squeak, catching Jaehyun off guard. He is stunned by its presence. An hour earlier, a rat with an unusual presence moves through the ruins, appearing almost as if it is possessed. It watches from a distance, its small eyes focused on Donggin and the others. It wonders about their strength, intrigued by how they are able to slaughter orcs with ease. It questions whether they are all awakened, but finds the idea doubtful. However, sensing that they might be worth approaching, the rat decides to follow them. It reasons that taking care of everyone alone is becoming too difficult and that, with its ability, it might be possible to change things. As the rat continues tailing the group, it reaches a neighborhood and is immediately shocked by what it sees. Children are playing at a playground, their laughter echoing in the air. Even more surprising is the number of people gathered in a single building. It cannot help but wonder what kind of place this is. Driven by curiosity, it dashes forward to take a closer look. Managing to sneak into the area, it attempts to enter the building. However, as soon as it gets close, a blue shield materializes, blocking its way. The rat collides with the barrier, bouncing back with a small bump forming on its head. A system interface appears before the rat, denying it entry and asking if it would like to acquire citizenship. It eagerly squeaks multiple times, trying to say yes, but the system interface remains unchanged. Realizing that the system does not recognize its response, it begins to despair, thinking that it must be impossible as a rat. However, to its surprise, the interface suddenly updates, stating that citizenship has been granted. The rat, realizing that it worked, immediately dashes into the building. Upon entering, panic spreads throughout the area. People shout in alarm at the sight of the rat, their fear turning into an attempt to eliminate it. The rat scrambles to escape, barely dodging the stomping feet of the residents. It flees as fast as it can, making its way into another part of the building. The rat soon finds itself inside a gym, where the awakened group is gathered. They're intensely working out, their focus unwavering. Seeing this, the rat cannot help but be filled with confusion. The sight of so many strong individuals training in one place makes it wonder just what kind of place it has stumbled upon. Meanwhile, deep underground, a woman groans in pain, clutching her head. Moments later, her expression changes and a wild laugh escapes her lips. A newfound sense of hope fills her as she realizes that she has finally found a way to survive. She quickly shifts her focus to the problem ahead, reaching the building. She understands that getting to Jeonpo Station is her only option. She contemplates using the subway tracks, but knows that Siamayan Station remains a dangerous obstacle due to the monsters lurking there. However, she begins to see the situation differently. Because of the monsters, there might actually be an opportunity. A confident determination fills her mind as she makes her decision. In the darkness behind her, multiple red glows flicker to life.
If you came this far, please like, comment, and subscribe the channel for watching more videos.